Another component of your compensation at Integrity Capital for the loan associate. We call it the client satisfaction feedback score. You'll provide direct compensation based upon the positive feedback, which will align to values that will be sent out directly. Probably, it says right after every closing, but you'll probably actually send it right before the closing to a third party, and must be received back and filled out. So here's how the compensation works. So there's 5 questions rated 1 to 3. 3 is a complete agreement, 2 is somewhat agrees, and then disagrees is number 1. If you rate anywhere from, on a closed loan, 12 to 15, you'll receive $200. If you get 9 to 11, you'll get $100, and then anything below that, 1 to 8 is 0. It'll be paid out every quarter because, again, we're trying to incentivize you. Obviously, you already incentivized, but to really make sure you're lining up with our values in the way we do business. And so there's multiple borrowers filling out a form in the transaction. We'll just take the highest of them all. So if there was multiple parties in there, just to give some layout of that. So here's how this works. You'll need to notify the third party that we have, could be your manager or a third party we use, that the loan is closed, and provide them with the client's contact information to send out the survey. So again, we'll actually probably have you do that right prior to close, but if it's after, that's fine as well. You'll be responsible for eventually collecting the forms that have been received back from your manager. So it's your responsibility to make sure that you get those back and keep them, because you're going to be responsible for filling out what's called the client feedback compensation form and then submitting it 2 weeks prior to the end of the quarter. So if you don't do that, it's not that you're not going to get paid, it'll roll over into the next quarter. So just make sure that you do that. So that's another component of compensation for you as the loan associate working with Integrity Capital. Again, if you have any questions or concerns about this, feel free to discuss it with your manager.